It's cloudy and it's depressing outside. I don't know about you guys, but if it's cloudy and depressing and it feels like the world's going to end, it makes me feel like I'm depressed and the world's going to end. But you know what this calls for? A sit down video. Hey. It's totally not because I'm creatively dead. I don't know you guys. I don't know you guys talking about. Joseph, aka Joe, aka Sus Savage 71 is going to come over and I am going to teach him some Final Cut tips. I like to help out people as much as I can. I don't know why. I feel really happy when I have to help someone or, you know, teach someone something. But he's gonna come over to my house to, I actually don't know what he's gonna need help on.
Hey dude, are you the guy?
This guy has an intern now.
I'm an intern. It's official, dude.
He has an intern.
Paperwork, signing, everything.
Can I get an intern too? Where'd you get yours from? Amazon? About to tell me Joe was about to tell me something like it was really funny. Have you ever had an idea? Have you ever feel like you ran out of ideas out of content, dude?
No.
Oh, so you're better than us, huh? Huh? You're better than us is what you're saying. That's what you're saying right now. Huh? Get that shit out of here, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Get that shit out of here, dude.
You should see Matt's vlogs, like the what's it called? The one where
Which one?
remember you showed me? Like where you're talking out of nowhere, you just gotta stop and forget what you're talking about.
Oh, you mean the vlog when I'm just like talking and I don't know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So you mean every vlog?
Every vlog, yeah.
Yo, what's up guys? If you guys don't know me, I am Matt. I am a musician and I have written a numerous amount of songs, and this is what I learned, and I broke it down into 5 things that I think are the most imperative things to know. With these 5 tips, it will make your songwriting become maybe a little easier than it is. Okay, starting with tip number 1. Tip number 1 is really, really important. Oh, I think it's really important. You have to get comfortable with your instrument. Now I'm talking about like you have to be like really, really comfortable with it. Like in terms of that, it's an extension of yourself. Because the thing is, the more comfortable you are with your instruments, the more easier it becomes in terms of finding tone or finding what kind of chord progression you want. What I'm talking about by being comfortable of your instruments is that I want you to figure out ways to play a chord, or instance, like, you know, let me show you something real quick. If I want to play something like an A minor, you know, there's a lot of ways to play A minor. So for instance, I will play A minor right here because it's much warmer. Things like that is something you really want to consider, because concise things like that can actually help you in the long run because it makes you sound more dynamic. I guess you could say it sounds well-rounded. So that's number 1, is to be really, really comfortable with your instrument. Now it's okay if you don't know how to play an instrument, although I highly advise you should play an instrument because it's like the base of the song. I mean, like, writing a song might get really hard if you don't have any kind of like music as a ground, because then everything becomes really unorganized and you don't know how it sounds like. And I just think feels like it organizes better if you learn an instrument. So if you don't know how to play an instrument, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it's just the world's gonna be more harder for you. I just gotta say that. That's what I learned. Tips number 2 is to learn a structure in a song. If you ever try to write a song without having any structure in it, it might become really, really hard because the fact that you don't have any kind of thing planned for it. It's like saying like you're gonna go plan a heist and you don't have a plan. It doesn't make. I mean, it's probably possible. I don't know. I've never done a heist before, but I'm pretty sure it might be really hard. And what I mean by structure is knowing when to put a verse down, knowing when to put a chorus down. Structure can change depending on how you want your songs to be played, but I do believe that your songs should have some structure into it. They usually have verses and choruses, and I highly advise you just check out a song right now and you'll see what I'm talking about, like in terms of structure. For me, I think a verse is kind of like the storytelling of the song, and as it progresses, which goes through the pre-chorus, which I think is probably like building up to the point of the song, and then I feel that the chorus is the point of the song, and it just kind of cycles through there, and it gets really, really wordy. That's why I want to ensure you guys to learn the structure of a song, so then you don't feel kind of like lost, you know what I mean? And once you figure out all that wordiness in the verse and chorus, I want you to find out the tone of the song, whether it be a sad song, an inspiring song, a happy song. You have to figure out what kind of song you want it to be first before you even start creating a song. And sometimes when I feel really inspired that, hey, I want to write a song, I tend to just go for it and have no idea what it's about, and then I just kind of give up on it, and it just becomes like a lost cause, and it's just kind of like sad. Tip number 3 I can give you is something that maybe some people might find like it doesn't work, but I think it works for me, is to change the environment you're in. For me, if I were to keep writing songs in my room, I feel like these same ideas are just gonna come back to me just because I'm in the same place at the same time, and I feel like it gets really boring. You just kind of feel unmotivated and you just don't want to write a song because you feel like you're gonna get stuck all over again. If you ever get stuck like me and you're in the same place, you can have this conscience in the back of your head saying that, oh, I don't want to do this anymore because it's not gonna work because I was in the same room and it didn't work for me, and it's gonna pile up on. If you do change the environment you're in, I do feel that it helps the songwriting process more foster, you know what I mean? Songwriting tip number 4, and I think that I need to really tell you guys this, okay, because this happens to me a lot. I have a lot of ideas and a lot of songs and a lot of random melodies that would pop into my head, and I would hum it and I would tell myself, I'm gonna remember this because I think this is so catchy, I can remember. The next 20 minutes I forget every single thing and I am left with this emptiness, and I feel that I want to get anything as good as that, and why don't I remember it if it's so good? Now look, you have to always record it. I mean, we are in the 21st century, okay? Record the melody. Get like a note. You're always carrying a phone, you know. If you don't have a phone, maybe have someone next to you. Record it or anything, you know. If you have a camera or anything, just record it. Because the thing is, I feel like I lost so many songs because I don't remember what it sounds like. And I get so lazy to even press that record button and it's all over. Sometimes I find myself waking up in a mode of asleep and I have a melody in my head. So sometimes I would always keep a like recorder underneath my pillow and just hum it and then just go back to sleep and forget about it. You just kind of jot it down and then you can forget about it and you'll be safe because you recorded it. And lastly, number 5 of these songwriting tips, and I want to really tell you how important this tip is, because I think this is the best tip I can probably give to another songwriter or someone who's starting to songwrite. Number 5, do not overthink it. Do not overthink it. When you're like a perfectionist like me, I tend to take so many takes on a song and so many like revisions and so many like editing for the song, and I feel like I'm destroying it. Okay, I'm destroying the essence of this song. Give me 1 second, my friend is here. Okay, here's my friend Alfredo. How many takes does it take for me to do something correctly?
There was one time where we were like at a college recording something, and it took over like 2 hours, and I want to say over like at least 20 tries, like the minimum. And I was like, oh my god, I want to get it out of here. Like, what are we still doing here? Then I see the video later on, and he does it in his room, and he still messes up. How many times did that take you? Once you got home?
That took me like 5 tries, bro.
That's not bad.
It's not bad.
Compared to the 20 tries, though. Yeah, whatever.
And that's my point here. My point is not to overthink it. Because the more you overthink it, the more you think it's stupid. That's why I stopped it.
Yeah.
Because I keep thinking it's stupid. And if you think it's stupid, you just give up on it. That's the bad part. You give up on your song, which you have no idea how much potential it has, because you already stopped it once you think it was stupid. So that's the most important songwriting tip I can tell you, is to not overthink it, okay? Just make the song and just really appreciate it because it's yours. It's your song. Why do you think it's stupid? You're special. You're always so special. If you guys want to see more content like this, don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. And I noticed there's something called the bell thing now, so make sure you click the bell thing. And I will see you guys tomorrow and actually try to catch the progress of my own music thing. So, take care guys and have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night.